Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of CookinTeach Lessons, the show where I teach you a lesson, I teach you a thing or two, and hopefully by the end of it, you're more knowledgeable and more excited to get in the kitchen. Today, I have got a good one for you. This lesson is all about utensils and which ones are essential and which ones aren't. So, today I would like to rank my top 10 utensil essentials. Now, this is my list, okay? These are my top 10, okay? Starting at number 10, going all the way to the number one most important kitchen utensil. Now, again, this is my list, so this is my opinion. You take it for what it is. I will say though, all of these utensils that are on this list though are essential and I think can be found in a normal kitchen anyways. But if you don't have these utensils, it's great to have on hand. All right, let's get started with number 10. Now, this may or may not come to a shock to some of you, but at number 10, I'm going with silverware, okay? Now, before we dive any deeper, I think it is important to answer the question, what is a kitchen utensil? Okay, a kitchen utensil is a small handheld tool or implements used specifically for food preparation, cooking, and serving. Okay, these tools can include things such as things for mixing, stirring, flipping, turning things over, measuring, cutting, or simply serving. So that's why I'm starting at number 10, silverware, spoons, forks, knives, the works. I think everyone's gonna have that in the kitchen. That's my number 10, okay? Doesn't mean it's not important. Obviously, everyone needs a spoon and a fork. I'm just saying it's not number one, okay? So at number 10, we have silverware, okay? At number 9, kitchen shears. Now, not just scissors, kitchen shears, okay? These are some KitchenAid shears here. These are specifically made for the kitchen, okay? I'm not looking for just like your, Frisker's orange handled scissors. You want something that's got some, some power to it. So, number 9, kitchen shears. At number 8, this is actually one of my favorite tools. I think it's underutilized, and that is a bench scraper, okay? Now, the reason why it's not higher is because it truly is just a one-use tool. It's meant for either cleaning things up or when you're done chopping, cutting, scooping things and neatly putting it in to whatever container you're putting it into. Now, obviously you can use other devices to scrape up scraps and things, right? I just think a bench scraper at the end of the day, it's useful, it's important, especially like if you're baking and stuff with flour. I just find it makes it easier to help clean up your mess. Okay, at number 7, measuring cups and spoons, okay? Now, again, a one-use tool. You're not gonna use this to serve things. You're not gonna, spoon yourself some food using a measuring cup, but I think it is important, okay? Especially for things like baking, measuring cups having to be so precise is important. So, measuring cups and measuring spoons at number 7, okay? At number 6, I have the spatula, specifically a spatula used to flip things, right? Whether it's burgers, pancakes, chicken, whatever you might be using a spatula for, you usually will find at least 1 or 2 of these in every home. Very well utilized tool. That's why I have it at number 6. Okay, so those are our first 5. On to the next. So at number 5, I have tongs, okay? Whether they're small, big, medium, large, rubber tongs, metal tongs, I find that these are just as helpful as the spatula sitting at number 6, but this can be used for so many other things, right? Tossing of salad, flipping meats, whether it's on the grill, the stovetop, checking for underneath to see what's the doneness, right? Whether it be in the oven. Such a awesome tool to have on hand. I usually have a wide variety of different tongs on hand. So number 5 is tongs. At number 4, now, I was trying to convince myself to put this higher and I just couldn't, but I have this is a multi-tool. It's an apple core, a peeler. This has got a nice serrated edge meant for cutting. This truly is a well-utilized tool in my kitchen, whether it's coring jalapenos, fruits, veggies, peeling things like potatoes. I use this more often than not. And honestly, it's a cheap kitchen utensil that, easy to find and have on hand. So at number 4, we have our core / peeler. At number 3, I have a serving spoon. Now, not a regular spoon, right? These spoons are mostly meant for, well, serving, but they're great for stirring things. They're great for serving dishes. Having a nice set of serving spoons, I feel like is something that is important, but never really something you see a lot in homes, right? Especially if you're starting off, you're not looking for, nice, expensive serving spoons. You're just gonna take whatever you can find. So serving spoon is what I have for number 3. Now, down to the final 2. Sitting at number 2, one of my favorite kitchen utensils. And I'm honestly, I wish I had more of them, and I use this an obscene amount of times. I'm constantly always washing it because I need to use it again, right? If it's dirty in the sink or in the dishwasher and I'm making something, I instantly would be like, where is this item, okay? And that is a spatula, specifically these types of spatulas. Great for mixing, great for stirring, great for serving. These are perfect. I feel like this spatula is an underutilized tool. I love having these on hand. A good spatula when you're sitting at the stovetop or you're here on your kitchen island and you're mixing and getting dinner and food prepared. You are always got one of these in your hands. I love it. Number 2, spatula. Now, all that's left is number 1. The final and number 1 kitchen utensil, according to me, and I think you too, America, would agree that the number 1 kitchen utensil that you use in the kitchen is a chef's knife. Now, I think it's important to note, okay, it is worth spending good money on a good kitchen knife. Okay, a good chef's knife will take you far. You need this for everything, whether it's smashing of garlic or just slicing and dicing fruits, veggies, meats. Having a wide variety of knives. I love these knives by Material Kitchen. I've got the 3 set here with the chef knife. I've got the serrated blade and then our nice small paring knife here. I think you can't go wrong with a chef's knife at number 1. Thank you so much for watching. That was my top 10 kitchen utensil essentials. Again, it is just my top 10 list. Feel free to weigh in, drop a comment down below. Is there a utensil I missed? Is there one that you think should have been higher or lower on this list? Drop a comment below, let me know. What do you want to see me rank next? What do you want to see next on this show? What are some lessons you would like to learn? I thank you again for coming and attending this lesson of CookinTeach kitchen utensils. Don't forget to smash all those buttons. I will see you next time when class is in session. This is Mr. C, the CookinTeach, and this is CookinTeach out.